Welcome to this channel. This channel is for education and culture based on historical and scientific evidence. The topic I like to share with you today is it is time to stop the movie Wing Chun tragic in year 2022. The reason why I choose this topic today is because I often get a question like this one. I would like to ask whether or not ancient Wing Chun believes in preemptive striking. Does the original system attack first before the opponent can launch his first attack? I often get this type of questions. And seriously, it feels really sad when I got this type of questions. It is a tragic being trapped in an oversimplified mindset. Asking this kind of questions mean one doesn't know what is going on in the Chinese Kung Fu or in Wing Chun. And all this Wing Chun oversimplified mindset, we can see it for past many decades is from movie Wing Chun. The propaganda, the brainwashing. So all this movie is doing a really bad brainwashing and misleading. So all this stuff is a movie. It is really painful to see our Wing Chun friends thinking this way. So today I'd like to share with you what is the truth? What is going on there? So after this video, you will be really clear on what is going on, and so not living in this type of fantasy anymore. Okay, this is called acting. Now, we need to study this in order to know the truth. So what is this? This is the classic of General Jiguang 1560. If you know Chinese, you study this. If you don't know Chinese, I have already translated to English last year. This is a very important classic we need to study so that we know what is the reality. In today's world, in the movie, in all the hearsay, you can hear about all kinds of Wing Chun hearsays, Wing Chun legends. But we need to know what is the reality. By studying this, we will know what is the training of General Jiguang Special Force. And we will be able to differentiate those stories, hearsays, villagers, king of Wing Chun mindsets. If you look into the Wing Chun stories for past 100 years, you can hear all kinds of king of Wing Chun mindsets. Well, those type of mindset is villagers thinking. Like if a guy in the village, probably he is a better fighter or something, then he will be called the king of this martial art or that martial arts or Wing Chun. Yet they have no idea what is the special force training of General Jiguang 460 years ago. So it is like today. If we keeping thinking in a villager, like if we live in a rural area of the world and in a village, we have never know about the special force, then we will think, oh yeah, this guy in the village, he's the king of fighting. Well, compared with the special force, how is that? So we need to study this to know exactly what is the Chinese Kung Fu, what is Wing Chun is about, to know what we are dealing with. These questions is really sad, because this show that one do not understand, one do not know and have never learned what happened in the classic of 1560. So let's get into it. And if you want details, get the book and study it. It is a pretty deep book. Now, one thing we want to first look at it. Many people today say Wing Chun is designed for street fighting. It is not for sport martial art. It is for street fighting. It is not for fighting with a boxer in the ring. Well, what is street fighting? What is a street fighting? Please define that. How is it Wing Chun supposed to be used in a street fighting? Please define that. If one not be able to do that, but just talk about street fighting, well, those are just movie mindset. It is time for us to know the truth of fighting. And that's why this is from this Jiguang classic. Okay? It is within this book. It is a part of the Jiguang classic. So if you look at this clearly, this is from General Jiguang's 练兵史记, or record of military training. Okay? And this is the first instruction. This is saying that learning martial art is not an official business which you have promised to the government. Learning martial art is a serious job to learn to defend yourself and kill the pirates. At the time, Jiguang making battle with the Japanese pirate, and within the Japanese pirate there are Japanese warrior who is good with samurai sword and jujitsu. So you can get killed, okay? You need to really know what you're doing, or else it is hopeless. So it say, if you have good skill to kill the pirate could not kill you. If your martial arts skill is inferior to the pirates will kill you. If you do not learn martial art, you are giving up your own life. So this is the teaching of Jiguang to his force, his army force. You want to talk about street fighting? This is dealing with life and death. You might never go home. Okay? So that's the truth. Not keeping saying, oh, Wing Chun is for street fighting. It's not for the fighting in the ring. This is how serious it is when you want to go street fighting. Okay? And in 1560s, this is the way how General Jiguang teach his army, train his army, you better be clear on what you're dealing with. Now, the truth of Chinese Kung Fu and Wing Chun is not hand techniques. It never is hand techniques. It is momentum, momentum, momentum. Okay? For thousands of years, the ancient Chinese has been describing momentum handling in their military classic. Okay? Within the Sun Tzu, The Art of War, an ancient Chinese military classic, is described momentum and ways of handling momentum. Sun Tzu described momentum as the following. A torrent capable of drifting stone is due to momentum phenomenon. A person who knows how to make use of momentum lead his army the same way as he is rolling rocks or logs down the hill. So this is the bottom line. Momentum, not techniques, not your movie hand techniques. Let's go further. In the same book, which is related to the Jiguang classic, so there's a general named Tang Sunzhi, who is the friend and the teacher of General Jiguang. He have a classic called Wu Pian. Look at what he talk about momentum. Long fist art has a variety of momentum changes. This is because there's a large space between fighter. Short strike art has limited momentum variety. This is because there is limited space between fighters. Use a short strike type of art in close range. Use a long fist type of art in large space between fighter range. Learn both short strike art and long fist art. Short strike art is not suitable for distant range fighting. This is 460 years ago. All is momentum. Now, look closely at what the Jiguang teach his army force. Again, it is momentum, momentum, momentum. So this translated to this. Thus, from variety of unarmed combat arts, I have selected 32 types of crucial unarmed combat momentum. I have made them as a set. Every one of these 32 types of momentum could link to each other. One always transforms from one type of momentum to another type of momentum to defeat the opponent. One momentum type could endlessly transform to the other type of momentum. When the transformations of one type of momentum to the other type of momentum is unpredictable and subtle, and the opponent is unable to predict the trend of the momentum transformation, that is named as superb. So General Jiguang select 32 types of momentum. This is a part of the drawing of the momentum. Let's look into the momentum sample. So this is a few of the 32 momentum. So this is one type of momentum. It's called probing horse momentum. Probing horse momentum is from Song Dynasty Emperor. This is where it's from. The art of Song Dynasty Emperor. This momentum can transform into feint type or an overcome type of momentum. Attack dodge from weak position turn into strong position. An excellent momentum to pair with short strike or countering short strike. So as you know that this talk about short strike momentum, right? The pro and cons of momentum. So this type of momentum will be able to do this job. Now, let's look into this. Ambush momentum is similar to using a hunting bow to wait for a tiger. To trap the opponent has difficulties to move an inch, follow up with few kicks. The continuous strike send the opponent into coma. This type of momentum. Okay? Now, attack, this is another type of momentum, okay, within the 32. Attack with the ghost kick before the opponent make a move. Moving forward, turn and strike the face to cause bleeding. Curve one's back for downward to attack. Jot for upward attack. The delicate of leaning hard-pierce elbow techniques is difficult to teach. So you can see that this is ambush momentum, which is waiting for the opponent. This is attacking, which is make a move before the opponent. This is feint type of momentum. Okay? And again, the sample here, banner and drum momentum. Press and advance to the left or the right. Get close to the opponent and double chop. And everyone can identify the twist, lean and take down. Hug the tiger's head has no escape. So this, you're coming in left and right. So here, forward phoenix elbow momentum. Move close into the opponent and strike. Fast torquing. The opponent has difficulty to cover himself. Reverse torquing. Throat choke. Proceed with a throw. Who would dare to rush forward? So these are all sample momentum. Okay? Within the 32 momentum, which is need to be trained by the Army Force of General Jiguang. Now, let's look into this. Forward phoenix elbow momentum. Move close into opponent and strike. Fast torquing. The opponent has difficulty to cover himself. Reverse torquing. Throat choke. Proceed with a throw. Who would dare to rush forward? You know what is this? Wing Chuners friends, do you know what is this? Forward phoenix elbow momentum. Sun Luan Zhou. This is Sun Luan Zhou. What is this? 有幫手. Okay? So do you recognize me? So you see, all is this momentum. Now if you ask me the questions like this, I'm not putting down, all our friends. I feel sad. This is just showing that one do not have any idea on what is going on. Asking, does the original system attack first before the opponent can launch his first attack? Just look at the content of the General Jiguang 32 momentum 460 years ago. Think hard. How is one going to face this type of training? They have all the setup, all the combinations, all different type of momentum. And yet if one do not have any idea how is this thing works, how is that supposed to be Kung Fu? How is that supposed to be Wing Chun? And you see that this clearly state that about short strike and long fist, They know what they are talking about. This is professional army force, okay? And if you want street fighting, well, as here. As here it say that, okay? If you do not learn martial art, you are giving up your own life. If your martial art skill is inferior to the pirate will kill you. Now, so it is this type of thing one need to learn for the basic. Now, how many of the 32 momentum one knows? Well, oops, one don't know. Why? Because it's always get into the movie stuff, hand techniques. Well, you can see this really looks good hand techniques like the bong sao here. But do you know what is this? Well, can anybody link to this? Or is beyond imaginations on how the bong sao can be used? The torquing, the striking, the choking of the throat, and all kinds of stuff. And then not to mention that one momentum transform to another momentum. As you say here. One momentum type could endlessly transform to another type of momentum. Now, you see the reality. Okay? You see the reality. What is the reality there? It is all about momentum. It's actually everything is premeditative. It's calculated. And it is a very sharp and very precise training. So, if one get into this king of Wing Chun mindset, well, sorry. If you get the villager king of Wing Chun mindset, your entire village can get wiped out by the special force. Well, why is the special force needs to train so good? Because do you think the Japanese pirate reading the history will spare your life? Read the Chinese history. So this is the reality. Okay? Not this type of stuff. This is movie like this thing. I want to fight 10 people. How many momentum do you know, sir? Or you only know 10 techniques. You don't even have any clue on momentum. So when I read this, it's really feeling hurt. Why hurt? It is a sadness that Wing Chuners is not educated properly. And that means false security. Okay? It's like living in a village and thinking, oh, the world is a rosy color. You know, I have the king of Wing Chun taught me Wing Chun Queen. And I can fight everybody. Well, not General Jiguang Special Force. Not the Japanese pirates, which have Japanese warrior there. Okay? So we need to be really careful. So I often ask people on our Wing Chuner friends, I always post this, do you know where you are going to? Do you know? So once we were standing still in time, chasing the fantasy that fill our mind. Hope that we stop that. Start year 2022. Before, we don't have any resources. But right now, all these things, we brought it to America. So we know what is going on. We need to learn the truth, but not fighting. Why? Fighting is never for everyone, nor problem solving. You need to train, say, this 32 momentum. How much training do you think you need to do? On your cardiovascular, on your muscular endurance? How much sparring? If you read the book, Jiguang told you that over here, one must spar to find out what works, what not working. Continues the spar based on techniques or technology. Not about, my ego, I am the king of Wing Chun, or my Sifu is the king of Wing Chun. No, Jiguang said, you go spar. You want to test out your 32 momentum type. And then how you vary from one momentum to another momentum transform. How can you play with your opponent? Because in the real war, nobody is going to spare your life. Okay? So as I share with you here, nobody is going to spare your life. Okay? So get real. It's not for everybody. Fighting is not for everybody. We need to avoid fighting, because fighting is not solving problem either. Fighting is the last resort, even like Jiguang fighting the Japanese pirate. How much casualty it has to pay for the fighting. So this is the reality. We need to learn the reality instead of get stuck into this type of it's like opium, it just drug your mind until one not be able to think. It doesn't educate people. It just screw up people. And it's called entertainment. Now, so this is the reality. The reality of fighting is really cold. We do not want to go doing fighting, but we want to know what is fighting is about. There's a science. That's the reason I translate this to the West. There is a science so that we know what traditional Chinese martial art, what Wing Chun is based on. Well, this classic is actually what Wing Chun based on. As what I show you just now. This is your bong sao, right? Is written there black and white. So in Hendrik's words, you don't want to trust. In classic, that's what you want to trust, so that it keep everybody honest, so that nobody is going to mislead other people. So finally, I want to share with you. The real Shaolin teaching is like this. It is about helping people solving problem. It is not like those in the movie or from the Shaolin taught Wing Chun. You have to hate your rival. Okay, have all your heart full of hatred. No, it's not that. Those are not Buddhist at all. Those are just nonsense, whatever speculation which got nothing to do with Buddhism and have no idea what is Buddhism. This is a real teaching from a Zen patriarch of the Zen Buddhism. Okay? So this is what it is. As soon as you throw the first fist or kick the first foot, you are no longer my disciple on spot. You may not use that. Martial art is used in Shaolin for protect the weak. Protect the weak villagers, protect the good people, the kind people. It's not using for challenging, oh, I'm the best, I'm the king of Wing Chun type of stuff. The proper Dharma of Buddhists is this: 4 unlimited minds: kindness, compassionate, joy, and equanimity. This is how we deal with us. We all human are not perfect. We all human. Sometimes we are living better than others. Sometimes we are weaker than others. So people need to help each other. Even the guy who have a temper, you think he's a bad guy. But if we treat them with compassionate, kindness, joy, and equanimity, things change. We all like that, don't we? Sometimes we hate somebody else, but if they treat us well and they respect us, then we become friends. Not everybody fighting like this thing on I want to fight 10 people. Are you kidding? So this is what I like to share with you. Now you see that Wing Chun is not the simple-minded, narrow-minded stuff. It is beyond most people's comprehension today. So that's why I translate this book. Please read it properly on what is fighting is about. What is street fighting? Get real. Know what it is, but don't do it. Why? Hey, make friends. Live a good life.